think we're kind of done with this one.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna give y'all a little story time. Me and Jay broke up. I'm just gonna tell y'all a little bit about why we broke up. So here it goes. Jay is a nice person. He's the nicest person that I've ever been with. Not abusive at all. Will literally buy you everything that you want, like literally. But he had some issues that I couldn't deal with. I don't know how to say it, but I'm just gonna explain to y'all what I mean by that. He has a disability. He have a condition called spina bifida. I'm not really too sure, you know, I know what it is, but I'm not about to get into all that, so y'all can Google it if y'all want to know more about that. He would get sick a lot, and he would have a lot of doctor's appointments he had to go to. May 23rd would have been a year that we have been together. So let me start off by saying this. Jay does not like to drive, y'all. You couldn't pay him to drive. He didn't have a license. I helped him get his license. He used my Cadillac to get his license. So I thought he didn't want to drive because he didn't have a license. So I thought it's easy. You know, let's get your license. He got his license, passed the test, everything. Still didn't want to drive. He's not good at driving like that. So I didn't trust him enough to drive my car alone. Let me start off by saying this. My son walks to school every day, and he walks home from school every day. So it got to the point where after my son go to school, I would have to get up and take Jay to his appointments and take him to his doctor's offices and take him to get his medication. And I was telling him, I'm like, I make my son walk to school every single day. What makes you think that I'm about to take you around every single day, all day? If I want to take somebody around every single day, all day, I want to take my son. If I want to drive somebody around all the time, I can take my son to school and pick him up. I said, I'm doing stuff for you that I don't even do for my own child. So it came with a lot. And when I mean a lot, it was just too much for me to deal with. We will have disagreements, we will have arguments like any other couple. He would get mad and he would leave. He would go to his mom's house. That's where he was at before he met me. It's just him, his mom and dad live in that house. He have a lot of siblings. He have about 11 siblings. So he got a big family. So whenever we have an argument or disagreement, he will run home and he take a lift home every single time. He don't sit, he don't talk about it. He don't care enough to talk about it. Next thing I know, you could look at him wrong and he's going home. And it's like, dang, like, you can't talk about it? And his family, I think, brainwashed him as to believe in just because he have a disability that it's okay for him to talk to people any kind of way. That boy would talk to me and call me all kind of names. He would talk to me crazy, y'all. And he would call me all kind of names. And I wasn't about to keep accepting that, you know. So after he run home to his family or whatever, he would tell them that I said this, I did that. But he don't tell them what causes the arguments or the disagreements. He will go outside, y'all, and he will publicly embarrass me. I'm talking about publicly embarrass me to the point where I don't even want to go outside and show my face. That's how embarrassed I was. He would get all his stuff, and instead of waiting for his Lyft or his Uber in the house, he would stand outside on the porch with all his stuff. His totes, his book bags, all that stuff that he bought over here. He would sit on the porch and wait for his Uber to come. And I go out there and talk to him like, do you want me to take you home? I can take you home. He would call me every name in the book. And I talk about publicly embarrass me, y'all. I live in apartments. You know, in apartments, there's always someone outside looking, watching, listening. I didn't like that he left, y'all. And he left his phone in here. I didn't know that his phone was in here. I didn't know. I'm like, he left, he took everything, cool. The way this boy was beating on my door, you would have thought it was 15 police at my door. He like almost trying to kick my door down, trying to get his phone. And so he would go home. He was his family. He got brothers. His brother one time came to my face and approached me because something that I had texted him. He's telling his family, I said this, I did that. But he's not telling them what he's done and what he did to me. So when I go over there and I pull up, everybody looking at me crazy because they mad about the fact I said this, I did that to him. But they don't care enough to ask me, what is he doing to me? What is he saying to me? So one day I went up in his mom's house, you know. His parents are old. His mom is like, you could say paralyzed from waist down. His daddy is old. One day I went over there and I was talking to his mom. She's like, I haven't seen you in a while. You know, what's going on? And I'm like, this is going on. Jay does this when he's at my house, you know. He says these kind of things to me. And his mom was always in denial. Oh, he didn't say that. No, Jay didn't do that. And it got to the point where everybody treated him like a little kid. He got a disability, but his mouth don't got no disability. He get to curse me out, say what he want. But then when I say what I want to him, I'm gonna go home and tell my mom. I'm gonna go home and tell my brothers. I'm gonna go home and tell my sisters. And his mom was always on his side, as she should. That's his mom, I guess. I don't know. She was always in denial. He didn't say this. He didn't do that. She never believed nothing that I said. So I got tired of that. I got tired of everybody thinking that he's a perfect little angel, because he's not. To be honest, none of us is. But he's definitely not a perfect little angel. They had him brainwashed as into believing that just because you got a disability, you know, you can say what you want to people and do what you want to people, and everybody gonna look at it like, oh, it's okay because he disabled or something like that. It's one point in time where I came home from work, and my neighbor, she lived across the apartments, and she told me, like, look, I seen someone, because I have my Malibu over here. I drive a Malibu as well. She said, I seen someone looking under your car cover last night when you was at work. So I said, okay, thank you for telling me. So I took my car and I took it to his mom's house. And I was like, I told his dad, I'm like, okay, you can drive it. Thank you for driving it. I can't keep up with both cars. I would let the Malibu go dead and it would just be sitting here dead. So I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I could take it to your house. Your daddy can drive it, keep up with it. So that's what he was doing. The only thing I was doing, I was going over there and I was putting gas in there, you know, for him. So all he had to do was, you know, just drive it around, keep it running, so it won't go dead or whatever. Whenever we have a disagreement, he like, come get your car. Come get your car from my house. Come get your car from my house. That means I have to take a lift to get my car, to bring the car all the way back. And I didn't feel comfortable leaving it in front of my apartment, so I had to take it somewhere, y'all. Then when he's not mad at me no more, bring your car back. Go take a lift to get the car. Take the car all the way back. And I did that at least good 6 times, y'all. I did that at least 6 times. So to the point where I said, if I ever do this again, take my car from over there. I'm not bringing it back. Right? So I didn't bring it back this time. I didn't bring it back. So the daddy started acting funny with me, you know. He started acting funny. He wasn't talking to me. His daddy's real playful. The family, they hug a lot. Every time they see you, they can see you 17 times a day. And every time you meet up, they will hug you. Every time they see you. His daddy didn't talk to me. His daddy didn't crack jokes. His daddy liked to crack jokes. He didn't crack jokes with me. All because he got a truck, a Ford F-150. But his truck got problems. So it was a benefit for him as well, leaving my car over there. He's like, okay, cool, my car broke down. I could drive the Malibu to the little few places that I need to go, right? Once I took my Malibu from over there, he did not say one word. He didn't look at me. And so one day, I was off. It was Wednesday. I was telling Jay, like, look, I'm staying at your house tonight. He's like, cool. I always stayed the night. It was no problem. I always stayed the night. If I wanted to stay the night every night, I could with no problem. When the Malibu was over there, right? So one night, it was me and my son, we stayed the night or whatever. I was going to sleep. I told Jay, like, look, I'm really tired. I only slept 3 hours that day because I think I had to take my son to like a doctor's appointment or a dentist's appointment that early that morning. So I was like, I only slept 3 hours. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. He said, cool. His brothers and sisters all came over. He was on the porch talking to them. My son was sick, so he had went to sleep too. He was real sick that day. And I told Jay, I said, I want to be in your room. You know, I'm going to go to sleep. My son's asleep already. He's like, okay, cool. If you need me, just call me. Just text me. I'm on the porch. I said, okay, cool. I heard his daddy was like, his daddy tried to whisper, but I heard him because I wasn't asleep yet. I was on my phone. Whispered to his mom and said, what is that girl? Now he don't know my name. Ever since my Malibu been gone, now all of a sudden he don't know my name. Why that girl in the room? Is she staying the night? Jaden never asked me, can she stay the night? We have never asked him. Whenever I stay the night, I have never asked him to stay. I just stay. Jaden asked me, can she stay the night? Remind y'all, it's 10 o'clock at night when all this happened. I was off. He said, am I taking a nap? Because nobody asked him, can I stay the night over? Why would I be taking a nap at 10 o'clock at night? If I go to sleep, I'm not waking up till the morning. So I heard him say that, and I text Jay like, I'm about to go because your daddy don't want me here. But if the Malibu was over there, he wouldn't have cared, right? So he was like, what's going on? So Jay finally came in the room, and I'm like, look, your daddy don't want me here. I heard him whispering to your mom, saying this, and I have a place to go. I can go home. It's no big deal. So me and my son got up, and Jay was like, hold on, I'm finna go see what's going on. So he's like, Jay was like, hold on before you go. I said, okay, cool. I thought he was gonna come to the car and say bye. That's why he wanted me to hold on. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, hurry up because my son's sick. He's sleepy. I'm sleepy as well. So he's like, he came back, and he came back with his luggage. He came back with his suitcase. I mean, not his suitcase. He came back with his box of clothes, his book bag, his medicine, all that. He said, I'm going with you because what my daddy did was wrong. I said, okay, cool. The mom was like, no, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. I said, I heard him say that. I'm not gonna allow nobody. I heard him say that. So boom, went home. I'm like, all I do for your family. Let me rewind a little bit. Every time I pull up, his daddy asks me for $3. If I had got it, I promise you, I would give it to him. Giving him $3 every time I see him, cause I be having a lot of change in my car, y'all. I like snacks, so it's a little corner store by my house that we go and we get snacks all the time. So I keep a lot of change, loose dollars in my car. Every time I pull up, he's like, you got $5, you got $3, you got $2. If I got it, I'm gonna give it to him. Whether I want to keep it for myself or not, I'm gonna give it to him because he asked. And then he liked to smoke cigarettes. I told Jay, I said, I wasn't trying to say it like in a bragging way, but I told Jay, I'm like, look, everything that I do for your family, I couldn't stay the night one night. Your daddy act as if I asked to move in. I'm off. I want to chill with you. It's, you know, I'm always at my house. Let's go to your house or whatever. I said, I help your mama. His mama, like I told y'all, she is paralyzed from waist down. I help pick her up. I help change her diaper. I help comb her hair. I help her do a lot of stuff, y'all. I get his daddy change whenever I got it. I run errands for your mom. I pick up her medication. I go grocery shopping for her house. I buy tissue, paper towels, dish soap, all that for that house, and I don't even stay there. I'm just doing this for the kindness of my heart, y'all. And I couldn't stay one night. So I told Jay, like, look, I feel some type of way. So another girl came into the family. She was dating the brother. They was treating her better than they was treating me. And I've been in the family longer. She's a CPS worker. She's a young girl. She's a CPS worker, whatever. And they only treat me nice when I bring my Malibu over there. So the mom, she has a Toyota Tundra. She also can't drive it because she's paralyzed from waist down. She don't let no one drive. To one of his brothers that came to my face and cursed me out, basically, she let him drive. He's a truck driver. He drives trucks on the road. So whenever he come back, she let him drive the Toyota Tundra. She don't even let her own husband, which is his dad, drive her Tundra. The girl has been in the Tundra. They rode all the way to Galveston to the beach. The girl has been in her bedroom. I never even been in the mom bedroom at all to even know what it looked like. They was treating her better than they was treating me, and I was noticing it. I'm like, dang, I've been in the family longer than her. She's just came up in the picture. Why they treating her better than they treat me? I told Jay it's only so much I can deal with. So after his brother got in my face, like, you said this to my brother, you text my brother this, you said this to my brother, whatever. And I told the brother, I was like, but you don't know what Jay said to me. He said, it don't matter what Jay said to you. It don't matter. You don't talk to my brother like that. So Jay got all his family believing that he's this perfect little angel. I said, y'all not seeing him when he's at my house. Y'all not hearing him. So I started recording him. I said, next time I go to your house, your mom's house, I'm going to show her this video. And it got too much. Like I said, I was running errands for everybody every day. Going to get medicine. Taking everybody to the doctor's appointment. Picking them up. I wouldn't even get enough rest, y'all. Y'all know I work overnight. I wasn't even getting enough rest. And I got burnt out. I felt like they was using me, y'all. So, it was a lot. I remember telling y'all this a long time ago. The girl that they were treating better than me, we was all at church together. She would not say one word to me. She would not look at me. She would not hug me in church. But she'll go be all in Jay face. Hey, Jay. Hey, nice to see you, Jay. Hugging him and all that. And I told Jay, I'm like, look, that's not, she don't even say one word to me. So how I feel she going to you, hugging all on you? I don't do that to your brother. I don't do that to her boyfriend. So I spoke with the mama like, look, I don't like the fact that she hugging Jay all in my face and don't say nothing to me, don't look at me, don't hug me, nothing. So the mom's like, look, I'm gonna talk to her or whatever. And she said she talked to her. She said, you know, it's not cool what you're doing. Brittany don't do that to your man, which is Jay's brother. She don't do that. She don't go hugging him, be all up in his face and don't say nothing to you. The girl kept doing it. Jay and this girl got like a weird connection. Like, he be at her house. Like, he don't be answering my phone because he be at her house with the brother. And I'm like, so, you know, any other time, you know, they take him here, they take him there, you know. But when I asked him, like, ask your brother, can they bring you up to my house? I don't have no ride. I don't want to ask them for that. I don't have no ride or whatever. You can have a ride anywhere else. She lived like an hour from all of us. So you can go to her house every night with the brother, but you can't ask the brother to bring you 15 minutes. I stayed 15 minutes from his mama house. So they got like this connection, and y'all know I'm security guard, so I notice everything. I observe everything. They got like this connection that I see. Even the brother see. The girl was like, Jay, I want to get your brother something for Christmas, blah, 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 blah. What should I get? I want to get him a PS5. You think he'll like a PS5? So Jay's like, yeah, my brother love a PS5 for Christmas. So she gonna tell Jay, I want you to go with me while I pick it up. So Jay told the brother, like, she want me to ride with her while she go pick up your Christmas gift. And Jay brother was like, if she already know what she giving me for Christmas, why does she need you to ride with her to pick it up? He said, don't go with her because that don't make sense. So I feel like Jay wasn't putting me first in this relationship. He would be hanging out with her at her house all day long, but I'll only stay 15 minutes from his mama house. You just jealous. You just jealous. Every time I bring it up, you just jealous. I felt like me and her didn't connect, and he all in her face. I said, I feel like you don't stand up for me. He let his daddy say what he want to me. He don't take up for me. Jay don't take up for me. I ain't saying put me first over your family, but wrong is wrong at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I was dealing with that. He could take a lift every day from my house when he mad, but when it's time to come back to my house away from his house, I don't got no money for Lyft. I don't got no money for no Uber. Let us would have argued and had disagreement. You would have had money then and left. Y'all, it was a lot. It's messed with my mental health. I was crying every day. I was crying at work. I would get to work and he would be texting me like, you stupid, you dumb. Stupid, dumb. Like, where these words come from? He think he get to say what he wants to me because he got a disability. And his family just think he just all that and then some. I couldn't deal with it no more, y'all. I couldn't deal with it. It was just too much. It was just too much, and all that publicly embarrassing me was getting too much. I'm not gonna tolerate that from you or no other man, you know. So I'm telling him like, look, this relationship has run its course. I'm done. But I always say that. I always say I'm done, and then be back in his face. But this time when I said I was done, I've been done, y'all. I haven't been talking to him. I haven't been seeing him. I haven't been texting him. He did give me a Mother's Day gift a couple days ago. It's in the gift bag. I haven't opened it yet. I will show y'all what it is on Mother's Day, I guess. I have to find me another church to go to because I don't want to go to his church or nothing like that no more, y'all. So that's what's going on, y'all. And I helped him get a YouTube channel. I'm not sure if he posting on there. Honestly, I don't even check his YouTube page to see if he is posting. He could be talking about me. I never know, but I don't care. All I was doing was trying to help him, but he wasn't there for me like I was there for him. I would jump for him. He didn't do that for me. One time my son was sick, and I told him, like, dang, I need to take my son to the doctor because he's sick. You know, he's real sick. The school kept calling me every day to come get him, and I told him it was time, almost time for me to go to work, and I told him, like, look, is there any way you could take my son to the doctor? Matter of fact, I pay for your Uber and take my son to the doctor. I don't have no way over there. I don't have no way. I don't have no way. I said, I just told you that I will pay for your Uber. I'm busy. I'm doing something right now. I can't take him to the doctor. So I have to wait till the next day. You know, I couldn't call in work or whatever. I couldn't miss work. So I have to wait till the next day to take my son to the doctor. So, who had a temperature of 99. Last year Christmas, I spent my Christmas in the hospital with his mom. But whenever I need something and my son needs something, they is not there for me how I am there for them. And I told Jay, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not gonna do something for somebody, you know, and keep doing what for them and anybody doing nothing for me. It didn't hurt to take my son to the emergency room, be up there for a couple hours, and that's it. I was gonna pay for everything. The Uber ride there, the Uber ride home, while I was at work, I was gonna do everything. I said, I'm not jumping for you or your family no more. Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all don't do it for me. So I was like, and I told him, like, I'm tired of you running to your mom's house every time we get into an argument. I said, we are both adults. We're supposed to sit down and talk about it. He's like, you just mad because you ain't got no mama. And then he said, you just mad because you ain't got no mama and you can't run to her house. First of all, I do have a mother, but she lives in Chicago because I'm from Chicago. So he would always say stuff like that. You just jealous of my mama because my mama give me money and yours don't. Jealous of my mom because I live in my mama's house. Say I can stay with her for the rest of my life. You just jealous because your mama push you out. You just jealous. So he would say stuff like that, you know, that eventually hurt my feelings, you know, sometimes. And it's like, my mama's in Chicago. She's in Illinois. So why you say I don't have a mom? I do have a mom. She's just not here because I live in Texas. So he would say stuff like that. You just jealous. If I asked my mom for $500 right now, she would give it to me. Your mama could never do that. Your mama could never do that. She would never give you $5. She ain't do nothing for you. So you just jealous of me and my mom relationship. My mom give me everything, and you just mad because your mama don't. And I said this. I said, okay, since your mama give you everything, why all your siblings got vehicles and you don't? Why your mama didn't buy you no car? I said that, he left. So it's like, you're not gonna say what you want to me and hit me below the belt, but let me say something to you and hit you below the belt. I'm telling my mama, my 9 brothers, my sisters, and it was just too much. I have to deal with not only him, I have to deal with all his siblings, his mom, his dad. Like, it was just too much, y'all. It was too much on me. I wasn't getting enough rest. I was falling asleep at work. I was falling asleep driving home from work on the highway. It was just too much. Like, it was just too much. I tried to make it work. I tried to sit down and talk to him. I'm like, look, I don't like you running home to your mama every time we argue. I said, we're gonna argue. That's just part of life. You know, some things that we're not gonna agree on, and that's okay. But that don't mean run. Do you see me getting in my car leaving? You ain't leaving because you ain't got nowhere to go. That's what he'll say. I said, look, I'm done. I'm done with you, your mama, your siblings, all y'all. I'm done. You can have it. I was get my car from over there, and that's done. So that's what I did, y'all. And I have not spoke to him or nothing. I'm done. Like, I'm not going back. Y'all will never see him on my channel no more. And that's it, y'all. That's it. That's it. It was just too much. It was draining my energy. It was draining me. And it was just way too much for me to deal with, you know, way too much. He taught me a few things. He taught me about credit. I didn't know nothing about credit. So I got 3 credit cards, and my credit score is going up because of him. So I thank him for that. He was a very good man. It just, those kind of issues I was not able to deal with. So it was times where he had to stay in the hospital for a few days. As soon as I get home from work, go see him at the hospital. What about me getting rest for that night to go back to work? He wanted me to jump for him. On my off day, he wanted me to stay the night at the hospital with him. But I knew deep down, he would not do that for me. He would not do that for my son. Stay the night over at no hospital if we was in the hospital. I'm like, it's my off day. Only got one off day. I want to enjoy my off day. I'll come see you at the hospital, but I'm not staying the night. Like, I'm not staying the night. I did that too many times. Too many times, y'all. And he'd be like, get off my phone, bye, get off my phone. But he had like a temper problem that he don't want to talk about it. Like, he shut down. And I have to do a part 2 more about his condition, how his condition was affecting me in the relationship. So, but that's it, y'all. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.